Welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie. We are here on Guild Wars 2. As per my usual MMO thing, I'm going to go over the classes and the races, and then I'm going to stop the video there, and then we will cut back in, and I will do the character creation part, and then I'll cut the video there, and then on the tomorrow's episode, we'll start in on the Guild Wars part. So just so you guys know, that. For here, I've went ahead and deleted one of my characters because it's basically the same character we're going to make. So, and it was relatively low level. So, we want to make a new character. Now, I will link the Guild Wars page on this video, not every video, but this video, as well as the Guild Wars Wiki. Okay? So, I'm going to start left to right. So, we're going to start with Chars. The Char race was forged in the merciless crucible of war. It is all they know. War defines them, and their quest for dominion drives them ever onward. The weakling and the fool have no place among the Char. Victory is all that matters, and it must be achieved by any means necessary. Now, I don't think there's anything in here, which is why I'm going to post a wiki on this too. I don't think there's anything in here that tells you exactly the stats or anything like that. So, you have to kind of go with what you like best. What's next? What's next? Oh, okay. No. Well, I'll show you guys that. You guys, that's the female and the male. So, not much of a difference. Next, we have human. Humans have lost their homeland, their security, and their former glory. Even their gods have withdrawn, and yet the human spirit remains unshaken. These brave defenders of Krita, I know I'm mispronouncing that, sorry guys, continue to fight with every ounce of their strength. Now, I'm going to go to next just to show you that's the female, that's the male. Now you really won't get a feel for these unless you go into game. So next is the Norn. This race of towering hunters experienced a great defeat when the ice dragon drove them from their glacial homeland. Nevertheless, they won't let one lost battle, however punishing, damper their enthusiasm for life and the hunt. They know that only the ultimate victory achieves legendary rewards. If you go in here, female, male. I always get this name wrong, so I'm going to give it my best. Ashura. These alchemical inventors may be short in stature, but they are intellectual giants. Among the Ashura, it's not the strong who survive, but the clever. Other races believe they should rule by virtue of their power and strength, but they're deluding themselves. In due time, they will serve the Ashura. And again, female, male. Can't tell much from that. Another one I can't pronounce very well, so I'm going to give it a try. Slavera. Slavera are not born. They are awakened beneath the pale tree with knowledge gleamed in their pre-life dream. These noble beings travel seeking adventure and pursuing quests. They struggle to balance curiosity with duty, eagerness with chivalry and warfare with honor. Magic and mystery intertwine the shape of the future of this race that has so recently appeared. And that male, female. Now, depending on which race you pick, this will determine which starting area you start in. Not your race or your class, but your race determines which starting area you start in. The hardest two that I think are the hardest two to start out with are the Slavera and also the Chars. For me, those are the two hardest. That's just my opinion. Anybody else, you played Guild Wars 2, you think, you post your opinion down in the comments below which one you think's the hardest. Definitely the hardest one of all is definitely the Slavera. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay, so our character is going to be a Norn because we're going with the hunter build, and I wanted to go with the whole hunter theme on it, and their whole starting area is based on the hunter and the hunt and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that would be pretty cool. So we're going with the hunters, and we are going with female. Okay, so here is the next thing that you have to choose from. Now, I don't have access to this one, okay? But I believe the rest of these are open for me. The first one is warrior, so I'm going to switch to warrior. Warriors are the masters of martial skills. They rely on speed, strength, toughness, and heavy armor to survive. Their versatility in combat and benefit from offense and defense abilities. Warriors inspire allies and demoralize enemies. Warriors wear heavy armor. Okay? Guardians. Guardians specialize in protective and defensive magic. A deep sense of loyalty to their allies fuels their passion and power. They're also skilled with a variety of weapons, which they put to good use against their enemies. Guardians wear heavy armor. Ranger. Rangers are proficient with the bow. They rely on a keen eye and a steady hand and the power of nature to slay their targets. They're loyal pets, which rangers tame and train, distract enemies while the rangers strike safely from a distance. Rangers wear medium armor. Now, they do use pets, but I do not remember if they start with a pet. You might have to find one and tame one in game. So if you guys know, post in the comments down below. It's been a while since I played Ranger. Okay. Thief. This is one of my favorite classes. Is Thief. Thieves are adept at the art of stealth. They utilize surprise and shadow to get close to their enemies, and they're deadly in one-on-one combat. They have an affinity for setting traps and going where they were never meant to go. Thieves wear medium armor. We have the engineer. Engineers are technologically and alchemically masterminds. They employ turrets, grenades, elixirs, and a variety of other impressive devices and concoctions to overcome their enemies. Engineers wear medium armor. So you kind of get a look at their gear set right there too. Necromancers. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite class. Not to mention their armor looks, for me, looks the best. Necromancers are masters of the dark arts. They summon the dead to fight for them, channel blood energy, and render their enemies souls. Necromancers draw life force and use it to strengthen and heal them, or heal themselves and others. Necromancers wear light armor. We have the Elementalist. It's okay. It's okay. They have like Elementalists have like a mastery that you can select on them, And depending on what that is, you cast different spells with your weapons. Elementals have harnessed to Tyrina's natural forces. Their powers of destruction are drawn from an affinity for the four elements that make up the world. They conjure air, fire, earth, and water to assault their enemies. Elementals wear light armor. And again, you select at the top. They'll have like fire, water. I don't know if they're all unlocked at the beginning, or you have to level up to certain levels to get them unlocked. But you select which one you want, and that you can actually switch through them during combat, which is kind of cool. And you can use that as a strategy for different kinds of tactics. Mesmer is kind of like an illusionist type, which is it's a little weird to have an illusionist type in most MMOs. That's unheard of. So, excuse me. Mesmers are Mystrios of Mirage. They weave mental magic that confounds and controls or invokes emotion in their enemies. With a wave of their hand, they can shatter their own illusions to produce even greater special effects. Mesmers wear light armor. Okay, so we are definitely going Ranger for now. Okay, if I need to do another class, I'll just start another one. That's kind of what the gear set looks like. It's going to change depending on what you put on. So we're gonna stop here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna check the recording to make sure all that recorded and it's the quality I want, and then I'm gonna do another episode with the whole character creation. Okay, and I'm gonna start back right here where we're at right now. Okay, guys, so if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send notification when I have new videos, and you can come check them out, see if you like them. If you like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell them what you like. There's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.